At 79, Barry Gibb finally opens up about his thoughts on Cliff Richard, shedding light on decades of untold stories. Born Barry Allen Crompton Gibb on September 1, 1946, in Douglas on the Isle of Man, he was the second of 5 children in a family where music wasn't just a hobby, it was a way of life. His parents, Hugh and Barbara Gibb, cultivated a home filled with melody and creativity, nurturing Barry's early fascination with songcraft. Even as a child, he displayed a rare talent for blending raw emotion with complex musical structures, a gift that would define a career spanning more than 6 decades. As the Gibb family moved first to Manchester, England, and later to Redcliffe, Queensland, Australia, Barry's passion for music only deepened. Blossoming alongside his younger twin brothers, Maurice and Robin, the formation of the Bee Gees seemed almost fated. In the late 1950s, Barry, Robin, and Maurice began performing together, honing the harmonies and vocal chemistry that would later enchant audiences worldwide. Their early gigs in small Australian venues laid the groundwork for a career-altering break in the mid-1960s when influential DJ Bill Gates and producer Robert Stigwood brought them to England, launching them onto the global stage. From that point, their rise was nothing short of meteoric. The Bee Gees became synonymous with timeless hits, spanning tender 1960s ballads like To Love Somebody in Massachusetts to the disco juggernauts of the 1970s, including Stayin' Alive, Night Fever, and How Deep Is Your Love. As the eldest brother and creative force, Barry was central to shaping the group's sound. His iconic falsetto, masterful songwriting, and innovative production techniques set the Bee Gees apart from every other act of their era. The 1970s marked Barry Gibb's golden era, a time when he helped lead the disco revolution that reshaped the global music scene. The Bee Gees' work on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack became one of the best-selling albums of all time, earning Grammy Awards and cementing their status as cultural legends. Beyond the group, Barry's talents extended to producing and writing for other stars, proving his genius knew no bounds. He penned and produced hits for icons like Barbra Streisand, Guilty, Diana Ross, Chain Reaction, and Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. His remarkable ability to evolve with the times without losing the emotional core of his music established him as one of the most versatile and enduring figures in pop history. Yet, this journey was not without heartbreak. The deaths of his brothers, Andy in 1988, Maurice in 2003, and Robin in 2012, left profound emotional scars. Each loss represented not just a family tragedy, but the fading of a creative bond that had defined Barry's life. Despite this, he persevered, honoring their memory through an unwavering dedication to his craft. His later solo work, including the 2016 album In the Now, reveals a more introspective side of Barry, offering insight into the emotions and wisdom of a man who has known both staggering success and deep personal loss. Barry has often spoken about sensing the presence of his brothers while performing, a connection that transcends life and death, eternally bound through music. His legacy in the music world is truly immeasurable. Barry Gibb, one of the few artists to co-write 16 U.S. #1 hits, has left a mark across generations and genres, inducted into the Rock and Roll and Songwriters Halls of Fame, and knighted in 2018 for his services to music and charity. His falsetto, lyrics, and performances continue to inspire musicians worldwide. His personal life has been as rich as his career. Barry's first marriage to Maureen Bates in 1966 coincided with the Bee Gees' rise. Maureen offered support during those early, uncertain years, but the pressures of fame strained their relationship and they divorced in 1970. That same year, Barry met Linda Gray, who became his lifelong partner and emotional anchor, guiding him through decades of success, loss, and personal growth. Linda, a former Miss Edinburgh and Scottish beauty queen, radiated quiet strength and grace, qualities that immediately captivated Barry. They met during the Bee Gees' meteoric rise in the early 1970s, a time when the brothers were transforming from promising pop artists into global sensations. Barry was drawn to Linda's poise and down-to-earth nature, a grounding presence amid the whirlwind of show business. Their romance flourished quickly, and by September 1st, 1970, they were married, an enduring union that would become one of show business's most admired love stories. Linda was not just Barry's partner in life, but his emotional refuge, helping him navigate fame, family pressures, and the immense demands of maintaining the Bee Gees' extraordinary legacy. Together, they raised 5 children: Stephen, Ashley, Travis, Michael, and Alexandra, building a family rooted in love, respect, and shared purpose. Through every major life transition, from the dizzying highs of the disco era to the devastating loss of his brothers Maurice and Robin, Linda remained Barry's steadfast support. She was his anchor through grief, exhaustion, and the emotional toll of outliving the siblings who had shared his musical journey. Barry has often credited her with keeping him grounded, saying that her unwavering love gave him the strength to endure when the world seemed to crumble. In an industry known for fleeting romances, Barry and Linda's marriage stands as a rare example of enduring partnership. Their love story, spanning more than half a century, continues today as they enjoy later years in relative peace, often retreating to their Miami home, surrounded by family and memories. After decades of friendship, admiration, and occasional distance, Barry, now 79 and the last surviving Bee Gee, has finally spoken candidly about his longtime relationship with British pop legend Cliff Richard. For years, fans wondered about the bond between Barry Gibb and Cliff Richard, 2 iconic voices whose paths often crossed. Now 79, Barry opened up about the impact Cliff had on him. Cliff was one of the first artists who made me believe you could be decent and famous at the same time. In the chaos of fame, Cliff's poise, humility, and moral compass stood out. Barry admired how he never compromised his principles, quietly paving the way for British artists like the Bee Gees to dream bigger. He showed us you didn't have to be American to make it big. The world would still listen. Though their friendship was never daily, respect was constant. The Bee Gees' whirlwind rise in the 70s left little time for personal connections, yet Barry's admiration never faded. What I've always admired most about Cliff is that he stayed true to himself. He didn't follow trends, he made his own. Even when mocked for being clean-cut or devout, Cliff stood tall. He never let the stage change his soul, Barry said. We've both seen friends go too soon. Maurice, Robin, Andy, just surviving this business is a miracle. Yet Cliff remained, still singing, still smiling. That's strength. That's faith in motion. Barry admired Cliff's belief in heartfelt music. Over the years, their occasional messages of encouragement inspired him to keep performing, even after losing his brothers. At 79, I can say it simply, Cliff's a good man. He never gave up, and he never gave in, Barry said. Behind the lights and fame, their bond is one of respect, endurance, and shared love for music. A quiet fraternity of artists who stayed true to their hearts.